Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. Today we're going to be completing Paper 2, May-June 2018 from the CIE Information and Communication Technology IGCSE course. So Paper 2 is a practical paper which is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. In previous videos I've already completed a document production, which is Word, and data manipulation, databases part. So now we're going to be focusing on presentations. So if I scroll down, I think to page 13. Okay, so task 6, presentation. You are going to create a short presentation. All slides must have a consistent layout and formatting unless otherwise instructed. Slides should display a title and a bulleted list. So create a presentation of 6 slides using a file j228learn.rtf. So the first thing we need to do is open up PowerPoint. Let's click blank presentation, and we need to open up the RTF file. So you go to File and Open, you click on Browse, you go to your source folder. So we're doing a summer June 22 paper, and then what you need to do is make sure you select all files. So what's the file name again? It's j228learn.rtf. Where is it now? That's the file that we need, and it should give us 6 slides in total. So let's enable editing. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Right. Let's have a look. Format slide 1. So a title slide layout is applied. So if you go to slide 1, if you click on layout, you apply the title slide layout. The title and subtitle by default are now placed in the center of the slide. Your name appears after the text, a guide to the apprenticeships by. So we need to include my name here, or you would place your name here. Okay, so before we move forward, I want to save this presentation into the source folder. So browse, go to your source folder and save the presentation. What you don't want is you finish your work, your computer crashes, and you haven't saved your file. Right, so that's question 34 done. Relatively straightforward. Now we're going to be applying some features into a master slide. So we need to show, basically, we're going to use a master slide to display the following features on all slides. So your name, center number, and candidate number, and then automatic slide numbers. To create a master slide, you go to View, Slide Master, and if you go to the top slide, like I've done in previous videos, if you include anything in the slide master in the top slide, so let's say I include this little box here, this will appear on all of the layouts. So then if you close the slide master, you can see this box appears on all of the slides. So if you do want to show something on all of the slides in slide master, you go to the top slide. Let's get rid of this box. Anything you do in this top slide will appear on all of the slides in the presentation. So what we need to do on all slides, we need to have your name, center number, and candidate number, and automatic slide numbers. So that's part of the header and footer. Okay, so if we go back to my presentation, if I click on Insert, Header and Footer, you first of all need to tick the box for the footer, and then let's include the details. So it's going to be your first name. For center number, I'll use 5, 6, 7, 8, and then for candidate number, I'll use 1, 2, 3, 4. And we also need to display the slide numbers as well. Apply. What you can do, you can increase the size of your name. It doesn't say, but you know, it's up to you if you want to. So it's easier for the exam. For when you print in, it's easier to spot your name on your handouts. Right. Okay, we've done that. If I close the slide master, we should see hopefully a slide number. It doesn't say anywhere. Basically, there's no specific place where we need to have the slide numbers, so we can leave it in the place it is. So the slide numbers is in the bottom right, changing it every time you change slides, and also you can see the name, center number, and candidate number appears on every slide as well. Okay, so let's just save before we move on. Okay, so question 36. Change the layout of the slide with the title Progression Routes to a title and table format. So progression routes. So if we go to table or layout, I want, let's see what we have here. It says to a title and table. So I can't see title and table, so I'm going to select this option here for title, and then obviously I think we're going to have to create or copy a table. So let's see the next point. Create a table that contains 4 columns and 7 rows. Okay, so if I go to insert table, 4 columns and then 7 rows. Okay, let's just move this down here. Format a table. Actually, let's do the, I'm missing the bullet points. So copy the data from this file, J228 table, and place it into the table. So if I go to the folder J228 table, okay. Before copy and paste the information, you'll notice this cell here has been merged all the way down. So let me merge this cell as well. So the first 3 rows are not merged. It's basically on the 3rd column. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. 3rd column from the 4th row down. So 1, 2, 3. This is all merged. So let me highlight those cells and let's merge. Okay, anything else that's merged? No. So basically, we're going to copy the data from this table and place it into our table in our PowerPoint. So let's just copy all of this data here. I'm hoping I can copy and paste it in one go. So let's see. If I click on here. Yep, so it doesn't really matter. Keep source formatting, destination styles, it doesn't really matter. So that's that done. Okay, what we can do is we can, format the table, because these columns don't need to be as big. Okay, and then the last column where we have more information, we can make it slightly bigger. Right, so that's that done. So we copied the contents of the table, we did it in one go. Format the table with all grid lines displayed and no cell shading like this. So basically, we want the borders to show the grid lines, but we don't want any color. So what we can do is we can go to home, actually go back to design. Let's put the border in, but then let's take out the shading. So let's just choose either no fill. Yeah, that's fine. And you'll notice the top row, if you click off it, the text disappears because of the color. So let's make sure all of the text in the table is black. Okay, right, so what's the next thing we need to do? Format a table with all grid lines displayed, no cell shading like this. Yep, I've done that. Insert a new row as the first row of the table and enter the heading, levels of apprenticeship. So to insert a new row, let's just move this table down. You click on the table, you right click, you select the insert, and then the option insert rows above. This row here, insert new row as the first row of the table and enter the heading levels of apprenticeship. Merge the cells in the first row and centerline the heading. So before I enter the title, let me merge the top row. So to merge, you simply highlight the cells, you right click your mouse and you select merge cells. And then I'm going to copy and paste in the heading, which is already center aligned. Okay, so we've done that now. Format rows 1 and 2. So the text is going to be bold and it's going to be 20 points. So the first 2 rows, the font has to be 20 points. Okay, what else do we need to do? And filled with light grey shading between 10 and 25%. So let's go to our paint bucket here. So light grey, if I hold my mouse long enough, so between 10 to 15, let's see, 10, yeah, mine was 15%, so that's fine. So if you go to the paint bucket and you leave your mouse long enough on it, if I highlight these again, So it has to be between 10 and 15 and 25%. So mine's 15%, as you can see there. So okay, so what else is left to do? Add the following text as a presenter speaker notes for the slide with the title Progression Routes. Where's Progression Routes? Yes, it's the same slide. So we're going to add some speaker notes. Okay, so this is the notes here. So what you're going to have to do is just copy and paste. Obviously you'd have to type this in, and then if we drag this from the bottom, you can basically type in your notes here. So these are speaker notes, these are additional to your slide. Okay, and then print only this slide as presenter speaker notes. So this is the fifth printout of this paper. So if I go to print, if we go to notes page, you can see we're printing this slide and the speaker notes are displayed here at the bottom. Also, before you print, make sure your name and your center number and candidate number appears on every slide. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with this. So I've got my table. We can only see if we zoom in. So before you print, just double check. The top two rows are shaded in grey. The text is bold. Was it bold? Yeah, bold with 20 points. Did I make it bold? I can't remember. Just let me double check. So yeah, bold. Yeah, it's bold. Okay, so when you print in, go to File, Print, select Notes Pages, and then you can press Print. So make sure you can see your name, center, and candidate number. So that's the first printout for the presentations. Okay, save the presentation and print only slides 1 to 4, 2 slides per page. So what we need to do is go to File and Print. Here we can type in 1-4, and this time we want to print 2 slides per page. So we've got the first 2 slides. You can see your name, center number, candidate number appears. Okay, and then this is the final printout. So you can press Print Out now, and this is the final printout. And we've come to the end of this paper. So is there anything else left to do apart from print the evidence? So the last thing is you would open up your evidence document, okay, and you send this to print as well. So if you check out the print preview, let's go to the first page. You can see we've got some typical print screens. The file has been saved in the Microsoft Word format, and then we've got evidence of the textiles, and textiles have been created. If we go forward, and then evidence from databases, so the table structure, relationships. What do we have here? I think that was for the data entry form that we had to create. And let's keep going forward. Yep, so yeah, this combo box that we had to create for the data entry form. Evidence of the formula used for the report, some questions. Okay, and then finally evidence for the mail merge. So we had to basically print or evidence the date in this code format, and also evidence that we filtered the recipients. So once you're happy with this, and you can see your name appears on every page as well as your center and candidate number, you can print this off. So we've come to the end of this paper. So this is paper 2, May-June 2018, version 22. Again, please watch the other videos in a playlist. Thanks for your time. Please, if you haven't already done so, subscribe below, and please share these videos with your friends. Thanks again for your time.